it's Coach D here at Lobo Gymnastics, and today we're going to continue on with building our muscles for our bridge skills. So we're going to be going over some tabletop drills and kind of switching feet with them, and then also doing some handstand drills that we have not done yet.
So first, Coach D is just showing us our tabletop. So you want to start sitting on the ground with your knees bent in a tuck position and your fingers facing in. And you're just going to push your tummy up towards the ceiling. You can hold it and come down. So you want to practice that a few times so that you get comfortable with the position before we move on. After you do your tabletop holds, then we're going to work on putting one foot up in the air. So this is just working on your balance, motor control, and building those muscles. So you push up into your tabletop, lift one foot, and then you can lift the other foot and just practice holding those positions. You can also pick up one hand and hold it in the air and switch. So this is just working on that same tabletop position and balancing on one hand. After you do those, you can practice switching feet. So here Coach D is just jumping and landing on her other foot. So this is building off of holding one leg up in the air. Just jump and switch, jump and switch. Good job. After you get comfortable with your tabletop position, you can practice walking your table. So here Coach D just has a beanbag on her tummy. So she's balancing the beanbag and holding it up as she walks. You can walk forwards and then walk backwards. So you can practice directions here, going forward, going backward, and then also going sideways. And again, the whole time you want to work on pushing your tummy up towards the ceiling and holding that beanbag the entire time. So that's going to ensure that your tabletop is straight and balanced. Now we're going to move into some of our handstand drills. So first, Coach D is just working on the finish of her handstand by pushing off of a raised surface and then standing up with her arms up by her ears in that ta-da position. So this is really important for your little one to understand how to come out of their handstand and finish with those arms up. After you do a few pushes, then they understand how to push off and bring their arms up. Then they can do their seesaw kick on the same raised surface. Coach D is just hopping on one foot. And notice that she's pushing off with her hands and her arms are staying by her ears the whole time. After you do your seesaw kicks, your little one can practice tapping their toes. So here, they don't have to go all the way up to a full handstand, but the goal here is just that their feet tap together. So it's a seesaw kick, but they're bringing that second leg up to tap their toes. After you do toe taps, they can move on to a scissor handstand. So all they do is kick up like their seesaw, but then they land on the opposite foot. So instead of going up and coming back down on the same foot, they switch feet in the air to land on the other foot, but still pushing off and finishing with their arms up by their ears. After your little one feels comfortable doing all of these drills with the raised surface, we're going to move them down to the floor. So it's just going to be a little bit harder to push off and finish with your arms up by your ears coming off of the floor. But as you can see, Coach D is starting just with a push off and finish. And then we'll move into starting in your lunge position, seesaw kick, and finish, seesaw kick, and finish. After you do your seesaw kicks, you can move on to toe taps. And again, you don't have to go to a full handstand here. So they can be just little toe taps, like that one where they're almost in a piked position, but where they get comfortable bringing both feet up and touching them. Then you can move into scissors. So again, they're just starting in their lunge position, switching their feet in the air, and working on that finish. Always making sure that they're pushing off the ground and finishing with their arms up. So these are just some good drills that your little one can work on at home to help improve their handstand.